Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'm going to be walking you through the Bitcoin charts. We're going to go for a little Bitcoin update. Not going to keep you guys too long. We're going to do the short term, the mid term and the long term here for Bitcoin. Starting off with Bitcoin here on the short term time frame, guys. As you can see from yesterday, humongous pumps to the upside, hitting the volume weighted ATR band as stated in yesterday's live stream. Very key area to be looking out for there in terms of resistance. We were seeing whether we'd get over that. If we were going to get over that, we were going to start some sort of lovely little uptrend. But we know how this bad boy acts in terms of resistance, guys. And you can see that we have found resistance off it before. And that's basically what happened yesterday, right? I didn't expect such a big rejection like we have seen here. But now, what does that mean? It basically means that we can plot in a very nice area of resistance in terms of this trend line coming down like so, right? You can see we've got a very, very nice resistance point coming through. So for the future reference, we can use this for potential point of price, right? Rejection point to be looking out for. Now, with that being formed there, we do obviously have a horizontal level of support on the lower side now as well, right? And this is basically creating a chart pattern that is called a descending triangle, guys. Descending triangles, they tend to usually break to the downside, and there's obviously going to be a lot like this, and we are still quite new into this chart pattern. So in terms of positions that we are looking for, they could be a bit long-winded. We could stay in this chart pattern for quite a while, bouncing up and ranging sort of in this area. But you know my opinion on Bitcoin at the moment, guys. I do think we're probably going to range between 30 and 50 for quite a while now, just because of everything that's happening in the world. So yeah, just be aware for that, and that's why I think we are seeing humongous pumps like this and then big sell-offs like so, right? So in terms of potential position for this, in terms of a breakout scenario which we could be looking for, it is going to be something along the lines of this. It is going to be something along the lines of this. In terms of the measure move up, we are going to be looking at something along the lines of that. If we are going to break to the upside, obviously that's going to be absolutely amazing if we can, and that will be bringing us up to around 50k sort of mark. And obviously, still speculatively speaking on where we're going to break along this trend line, guys. Just for future reference, this is what we are going to be looking for a lovely, juicy long to the upside, right? It's going to be around 13.75% there, and because obviously this is quite a long-winded position, right? It might take quite a while for us to even get to the upside here, or we will weigh out the downside very, very shortly indeed. But if you are looking for quicker positions, we do have the premium scout package. They're pretty much daily trades coming through on there, with also you get 3 indicators with that package. Really good stuff. You can start a free trial on the website. Gonna be launching a new website this week, guys, so get ready for that. I know the community are eagerly waiting for the new website. But yeah, so that's going to come through. But yeah, back to BTC for now. You can see we are in this descending triangle chart pattern. That's obviously the move to the upside. I'm not going to be getting in until we've cleared this filthy trap zone here, because you can see we had wicked to the top side from here before, and yeah, it's just pretty awful here. We want to wait till we get a nice kind of body close above that, and then we can be looking at a lovely long from there, and then obviously staggering those take profits at all of the key resistance points in terms of these horizontals. So first take profit is probably something along the lines of this. Second take profit, something along the lines of there as well, and still being skeptical about staggering those take profits as we go, guys. Just make sure you are doing that. And then once you hit your first take profit, you move your stop loss to entry. Little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Please go do your own research before entering any sort of position I do say here on this channel. Now, in terms of a downtrend, in terms of a short position coming through for this potential chart pattern here, this is sort of the thing that we're going to be looking for here, just because this is going to be the break to the downside. Yes, it's very big, guys. It's very, very pretty unachievable in my opinion, and this is why we stagger our take profits, guys, because we are potentially going to get reversed on, right? The idea of going for 15% in terms of this downtrend, it's fairly unlikely, right? It's fairly unlikely, so we need to basically be looking for key areas to be taking profit. You can see we do clearly have a bounce area there, which is very, very dominant as well. You can see another one coming through there as well. So yeah, we are going to be looking at very, very basically taking profit as we go, and using previous price action to determine this, because you can see we do have very key areas of support that we can be using for take profits there. As you can see, we've just plotted in a couple there. So yeah, those are the sorts of prices I'm going to be looking for there. We do have the volume weighted ATR band as well, guys. That's a very, very crucial tool to be using there. If we are going to lose that, we will pretty much confirmly start a downtrend from there, right? So yeah, interesting stuff coming through on the shorter term time frame. Things to be looking out for now in terms of the live price here for Bitcoin. We do have potential for a bullish divergence to come through, guys, which is basically going to cause a bit of a pump to the upside for Bitcoin. But please be aware, we are below all major moving averages here, so we could see a pretty swift rejection coming through in terms of resistance there. In terms of the divergence that we are looking for here, not completely confirmed yet, guys. It's not completely confirmed, but this is the sort of scenario that we are looking for, and this is a bullish divergence and will cause potentially a nice big buy to the upside, right? In terms of Referencing the MACD here, guys, you can see yesterday we were talking about this trend cycle here in terms of the resistance coming through, in terms of the reversal of these trends coming through. And we said, look, we're either going to have a really tiny downtrend here after that huge pump, or it's going to be astronomically big. And what do you know? It is. It was astronomically big. We absolutely cascaded down to the downside and basically done like 3K or something crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy price action. But what we're seeing now, we're nearly getting closer to that that bearish crossover, which obviously is going to give that buy signal for the MACD there. And that is going to happen when we do see this trend basically come to this central point. So that's definitely a point to be looking out for there as well. And that is pretty much where the bullish divergence is going to start forming as well there, guys. So yeah, there's a couple of areas to be looking out for there. Do I think this trend is going to be absolutely huge? Probably not, just because we do have quite a lot of major moving averages here, and they are coiled up, guys. And we know what happens with coiled up moving averages. They don't show strength and trend, right? They show basically a breakout scenario. As you can see, really coiled up moving averages, massive breakout in the price, right? Coiled up moving averages, we're likely to see a massive breakout in the price, either up or down here. In terms of resistance, in terms of support, in terms of the horizontal here, 37,424 is the area to be looking out for here on the short-term time frame. If we have continuation to the downside, probably going to come up something along the lines of this, set a lower high from this high here, and then have continuation to the downside. If we break this low, then I would be looking for lower prices around 38,155 in terms of coming down to the most recent high low from this uptrend, right? Moving on to the longer term time frame here for Bitcoin, the midterm, and see what's going on there. And because we do have quite a lot of Fibonacci coming through there, not going to go straight into that. I'm going to say, look, guys, we do have this parallel channel. We do have quite a big parallel channel. In terms of support on the lower side, this is definitely an area to be looking out for, that if we do have continuation down here and we do break this higher low point here at 37K, I probably would expect around 35K to get tapped there. So yeah, definitely look out for that, guys. That's definitely something not to be missing there. If we do lose 35K, then there is going to be a short position out of this channel there, and I will be getting to that in the future videos and stuff like that when we get closer and basically out of this range. It is a rising parallel channel, guys. It is sloping to the upside. They tend to usually break to the downside, right? So that's definitely something to be looking out for there. If we do lose really, really crucial prices there, then there is going to be a massive, I'm talking a humongous short to the downside, which we can be taking full advantage of. Even though Bitcoin is dumping, even though altcoins will be dumping as well, we will be making money to balance out our portfolio through a short position, which is a very good tactical move there in terms of trading, right? Getting deep down into these dirty Fibonacci retracements, right? Because yesterday we were talking about the idea of this, we were talking about this uptrend. We're talking about this uptrend and the divergence coming through from that. Since then, guys, obviously we have crossed the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement line, and that obviously means it's the confirmation for a reversal of the trend. So basically, unfortunately, we are going to get rid of that one now, and we've drawn in a nice fresh Fibonacci retracement. We've got our swing high at the top there and our swing low at the bottom there. So this is going to be something we are going to be managing continuously. If we are going to see a buyback here, as we were just discussing here on the shorter term time frame, if we are going to see a buyback from that bullish divergence, we can be using these Fibonacci retracement lines in terms of like a resistance point to be looking out for there. The 0.236 is going to be around 39,638. Definitely a point to be looking out for there. So that's 39,600. Yeah, 39,600. Let's look where that is on here. 39,000 around 600 is going to near enough be on the 10 simple, and obviously very, very crucial on this horizontal coming through as well there. So you can see the stars are aligning for 39,600 to be setting that lower high on the shorter term time frame before continuation to the downside. If we by miracle chance absolutely bang it up and cross the 0.5, the 50% Fibonacci retracement line, then obviously we will be claiming 40K again, and we will be entering another uptrend sort of phase, right? But if that isn't going to happen, and we are going to see continuation, and we are going to break this low that we did set today here, we're just going to basically be editing our swing low, getting lower and lower and lower, right? But for now, we are going to leave it here because that is obviously the lowest point. But yeah, key areas to be looking out for there is going to be 39,600, right? 39,600 is the areas to be looking out for there. Major moving averages coming down here on the midterm as well. Definite points of resistance to be looking out for. In terms of the RSI coming through here, we are pretty much on the central point there, not too bad. We have obviously seen this curl over from the overbought scenario there, which we did discuss yesterday. So the sell-off there is not too bad coming through. In terms of the directional movement index, what are we seeing? We've just seen a bearish crossover coming through with the ADX above 26. That technically does instigate quite a strong downtrend to be coming through there. And we know how reliable this DMI is coming through there. And obviously we're above the key point around that 25 when that did crossover. So this indicator is basically telling us right now that we are looking for quite a continuation to the downside, right? Probably going to come up, tap that 39,600 and then have continuation to the downside from there. Moving on to the longer term time frame quickly, guys, we do have a rising wedge chart pattern coming through on the daily. As you can see, these are the key resistance points to be looking out for there, and also the support on the lower side here as well. You can see these trend lines, very, very dominant stuff. I want to talk about the VPVR that we were talking about yesterday. You can see how strong that resistance is actually playing out there as well, from around that 42k, absolutely tanking it down to the 0.23 Fibonacci retracement, which is obviously the Fibonacci retracement from the all-time high. Very, very crucial point. If we lose this in terms of level of support, we could actually see a break to the downside, guys. And this is where a massive, I'm talking humongous short position will be ready to be executed, right? And we will be making cold, hard cash from this trade, right? Really, really nice swing position to be looking out for there. Obviously, we are going to be staggering our take profits as we go at all the crucial levels of support, because we're not going to be naive here. This is going to be a huge trade. We need to be taking profit as we go, just in case we get reversed on. If we get reversed on, then we're likely to probably bounce it back up if support is going to form there. So yeah, 16.63% is on the cards for there. Looking for a break at around the 37,900, that sort of area. And then we've obviously got the VPVR coming through quite strong on that area as well. So ideally, we want to be getting in after this candle body, this candle wick here. We want a candle body close below that zone, below the VPVR there, and that's going to be around, it's going to be around 37,000. If we lose 37k, then there is going to be a lovely short on the table to be taken. That's going to be it from me, guys. That's your BTC update for the day. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Do appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the score. I'm here every single day, Monday to Friday, doing your BTC updates, the occasional live stream. Absolutely love the stuff. If you did want to join the community, the link is in the description. But for now, it's going to be peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester.